All right, well, hello everyone. So, we are going to be doing some Wuthering Waves today. I was hoping to do my Changli pulls in like 4 minutes, but apparently the banner is not going to be up for another hour. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of play around with Wuthering Waves, do dailies, do quests, maybe stuff like that, and then the hour will pass by, and then Changli's banner will hopefully become go live, and we will be able to pull then. But let us get right into it. As you could see, it has an hour and 3 minutes left to go. So I thought it was supposed to be ready at 10, but oh well. This is the spot where we're gonna pull though, because this is like the boat we rode in on with Changli, and I thought it was very fitting. But we'll come back here in a little bit. Things. See. Also, it is Monday. Happy Monday. Yeah, I'll probably do Hot Cocoa Corner after this too. And just kind of do it in one big stream instead of stopping this stream and then doing Hot Cocoa Corner tonight. But we'll see. Yeah, my plan for rolling Changli, I've been saving up a lot for her. I'm planning on rolling until I get her, obviously, and I do have enough to get one copy of her at least. But then once she shows up, I do want to try to go for her weapon, and then hopefully after that I'll have some saved over for more characters. But we'll have to see how the rolls go. I did roll on Jiang's banner a little bit, and I didn't get him, but I kind of end up having some pity, which was good. So. It's kind of funny. I used to have my graphics and stuff down on like low, thinking it would make the game work better. The game actually seems smoother and better when it's on advanced. At least it seems smoother.
Surrender your stuff. Burn to ashes! You're no match. Let's do this another way. As you wish.
I'm really also hoping to get a bunch of Mortifee. They call them in this one. Resonance. I'm hoping to get a couple copies of him as well. So, because I actually use him. So. Let's see. I know what's the one Changli spin. I think it's Mortifee. It's Mortifee, this lady, Tauchi, and I think Danhua on that too. I don't remember. I've been having such a hard time getting up enough materials to level up my characters. I really only have a very basic base set. Like, I have the Rover leveled, Mortifi leveled, and Verena sort of leveled. Everybody else is kind of in vague spots. But I've also been trying to pre-farm for Changli. The other thing too is it was kind of funny. I was what was it? Yeah, I was below level 50, and they were like, "Oh, you should do the Ascension quest. You should do the Ascension quest." I'm like, "No. I don't want to do the Ascension quest. I want to hold off until I get Changli." And then I got to level 50, and it was like, "Oh, bing, here you go." I'm like, I didn't want to do that. And then, of course, when that happened, I had to use up some of my Changli funds in order to level up the Rover and Mortifi so I wouldn't die. Let's see. The thing is, I plan on rolling. I'm rolling about now, but it's not gonna go live until another hour. So I guess let's do. We could do some of this one. We haven't done the Tiger's Maw yet. I kind of got a little bit behind because the way Wuthering Waves has it set up was like, oh, you do all the main story quests, and then you're able to do Jiang and Yinlin's story quests, but you can't. And you have to do them while the banners are live, because if you don't, they're just gonna vanish. And so I had to quick speed up that, but then I saw I was so busy doing those things, I was like, search for relevant personnel. Oh, there's a chest. It's kind of funny how the camera just sort of like, chest over here. Okay, back to these guys. You should stop rushing before the guest even says anything. Let her finish. Like, yeah, I'm here to help you. I like where he says, the tall guy, they are all exactly the same height. You took the photo frame. The girl on it looks nothing like you, who are much colder. Oh my gosh. You're tough. This is why it's important to have contact information. Because it's like, oh, we can't find the guy, blah, blah. It's like, you can't give him a phone call? He's not picking up? What's happening?
An unexpected discovery.
Honestly, that doesn't look good. The giant warning sign on... Like, you guys might be having... Or, I guess that's what the guy is supposed to fix. Maybe you're right. That's why it looks like that. Oh.
Remnants of the past.
I can't talk to any of those people. Oh, there's one. Aww.
Cherish every gain.
I know sometimes you find some notes in this game and it's like really sad. Like there's apparently, or it's weird because I've kind of found pieces of it, so I don't know the whole story, but apparently when there was a disaster, this one person and their like daughter, I think, got on the subway train to try to get out of the area, and they didn't make it. It crashed, and then they wandered around, and then the little girl died, and then the adult found some people, but then their group also kind of dwindled away until finally it was only that person left, and then they died too, and because they were trapped underground. I was like, oh gosh, that is so sad. Kind of like Grave of the Fireflies. I tried watching Grave of the Fireflies once. Hey, where is the last one? I tried watching that movie once, and I got to the part where the boy started getting beat up by other people. Because what happened was it was just him and his little sister, and they were getting relief. Oh, there it is. Hiding. They were getting relief funds and like relief rice or whatever. Or I should say, they were living with their like distant aunt or something. And because the boy was considered the head of his family, and it was just him and his little sister, they were getting a certain amount of rice. And for some reason, the aunt decided to be all bitter about it because, oh, why is he getting so much food when there's only 2 of them? Even though it was like, no, every family gets this amount of food. So she was giving him a hard time, and then the poor boy started getting beat up by people, like other guys his age. And I was just like, okay, too much bad stuff has happened to these pair. I can't watch anymore. So that's as far as I ever got in the Grave of the Fireflies. Oh, the other 2 guys are... Oh, gee. I feel bad for this guy. I grew more and more scared of the dark. was gonna say, it's like, shouldn't we find the guy first? Like, he's working on it. Just don't leave Uncle Juan vanished. He's like, I set up somebody to help you. A kiddo. Like, wait. How much do you want, greedy little boy? I'll tell your brother. No, I get it. Aww. Let you tell him stories. What? You don't have one yet. We just... When we stopped that, that big onslaught of tacit discords, we have enough stories. We also fought a dragon, so... Maybe he'll let me tell him later. Oh my gosh, don't get too close to that middle piece. That's the one thing. I know that they don't want to put in railings and stuff for these things because it's just like, oh, it's extra stuff you don't really need. But, realistic setting, yeah, they would have to have a mega huge railing right here. Because not only can you just basically trip and fall off, but, you fell just the wrong way, you get splattered by those things first. Get back here. Stop English, please. Oh, I found the guy again. Hey. Did Dr. Wall send you as peacemakers? He knew my fight. You guys got in a fight in the split seconds I was gone? Gosh. What are you talking about? I'll shut down the necessary device and you'll find the spare power at the bottom of the mind. Oh, okay. For some reason I was thinking we were gonna have to go into like into a deep hole somewhere. But it's like, no, just pick up these batteries, take them where you need to take them. This. Oh. I'll count 3, you'll count 2, and we'll count 1 together. 3, 2, 1. Quick! Imagine those 2 little batteries powering this that entire tower. Oh, good. We're actually might actually go look to find him. This is an old one. This is a big one. Oh, jeez, this sounds like Moby Dick. I guess we'll kind of maybe find him as we go along with this. hopefully we find him. He's not just like passed away somewhere. That would be awful. Nifty researcher. Hello. What is she mumbling about to herself? He seems to be asleep standing. He's having a nightmare. A young lady in black and a kid? Who are you? You can pinch someone to check you're waiting for a train. Okay. She said academy and I was like, wait, the one in the main city? That one? Why would we have to go all the way there? Oh. This one like this. And we can't get that there. We could, but then we block off this. E. There you go. Brute force. Ooh. Oh, I see. Hong is a de facto teacher of mine, so I won't have fights like this with him. See. I like that because there's no other way to get to those guys. Want to go see if I can find the grandpa. he is. Good. I'm glad he's okay. I was worried we were gonna have to find him in like some caved in. Oh, excuse me. Find him in some caved in corner of the mind. Look, yeah, points. Great, Grandpa Young remembered me, and he's also terrified of me, a little guy. This is why communication's important, because really all they all they had to do was like, Grandpa Huang is missing. If you see him, please contact us. And the bistro owner would be like, oh, he's here with me. He's fine. My father would always say food shortens the distance from home and the distance between souls. Oh, that's cute. Gives me Chi-Chi vibes, you know? He's like, she needs her journal because she has memory issues. But then she can read back at it and go, oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Thing about Wuthering Waves that kind of throws me off a little bit. Like, we got this guy, okay, and he has a highlight name, but I can't talk to him at all. There's just like, there's nothing. Like, why bother then? I can talk to this guy.
With just a few simple ingredients, I can whip up endless delicious dishes. Don't underestimate the power of flavor combinations.
And he's voiced.
Hey there, what can I get you? Oh, the place is small, but there's plenty to choose from.
That is so strange. That there's like this random NPC guy who runs a restaurant, or an eatery, I should say. It's an eatery. Is actually voiced. Spicy pulled chicken.
Did you like it? Of course you did. My cooking never disappoints. Come back anytime.
I like this guy. Cook here, which is
Cherish every gain.
I do not want to be on the recyclables.
Remnants of the past.
It's nice to be able to sit, though. At least on some of the benches. You can't sit on every chair. Like, I don't think I can sit on these. No. Not allowed, but you can pretty much sit on the benches. And you can sit on those chairs that are like, Virgil chairs. And the Ministry of Development. I'll just warp over there then. I was about to say, wait, shouldn't we go tell that guy about, you know, Grandpa Huang? But then I realized, I remembered, oh no, the little guy said, oh, I'm gonna take him over there to get him checked out. So the guy will know. But good, I'm glad we found him. Yeah, the only thing I think about with Wuthering Waves is I think they released a little too much area at the start because there's so much stuff and it's not... Where am I going? And so it's a little bit like disjointed at certain places. Like, for example, I think like if they had released like this area and then of course up here, right? So all this, because that's part of the story. Like, I mean, probably if they had just like cut it off like right here and then, oh, we'll just release the rest of it later on, because there's just so much stuff and it's hard to kind of remember it for me. When they put Mount Firmament in, though, Mount Firmament is very well done. You know, it's kind of like, oh, it has a theme, it all looks very similar, it has very beautiful music in it, it has a nice, you know, lore behind it. I have to go. I need to go up. Go down. I mean, I'm sure I'll get used to the map eventually, but there is a little bit of a dissonance at certain points. There was a crisis of TD years ago with the mind. I'm going to assume that that one is a... oh! There's going to be like an Act 2 or an Act 3. Because it seems very short to me. Especially with that whole, oh yeah, there was a TD crisis there, like... And then also too, like, all the whole thing about with the dream and the journal, and you're like, something... I was like, something seems kind of fishy. That whole thing. So, where do... Yeah, it's kind of interesting how they have used 10 consumables. A lot of times it's like, oh, just make 10 consumables. But it's like, no, this one you have to make them and use them for it to count. Alright. I think we have about, let's see. $11 and 25 seconds. We will be going for Changli. Nice. Yeah, I think, let's see. I don't remember which one. Not that one. What my pity is. There we go. Yeah, so... And I haven't gotten a 5-star yet, so... It's, what is it, 30? So I have a 30 pity. So I have 30 pity, 41 of these, and then all of this. And, like I said, I'm planning on rolling until I get Changli. I think I calculated out, and I will definitely be hitting 160 if I have to. And then what's going to be left over, I'm going to try to go for her weapon. Hopefully she'll be nice to me. She'll end up being my first limited 5-star I ever got. So hopefully she'll be nice to me and show up. And not make me lose the 50-50. I mean, even if it does, I will still be able to get her, but I probably won't be able to get her weapon. Although, it's hard because in this case, with this game, it's not, oh, take your asterite and just turn it into the limited banner pulls, you know, like it does in Genshin. Because in this one, you have limited banner character pulls and limited banner weapon pulls. And those are two separate things. So if you went and took your asterite and was like, oh, I'm just going to put it all as character pulls, but then you find out you want a weapon, well, now you're out of luck because there's no way of turning it back. On camera. Make sure I was going the right way. I'm like, I am, right? I want to get Changli. I want to get a couple more Mortifees. There's the deer. And then we'll try for Changli's weapon. I'm actually kind of nervous because, like like I said, I have it pretty much set up to get her guaranteed, but I've been saving up more or less since the start of the game, so it's kind of a, oh, it's finally time type of feeling. Like it's exciting, but it's also like, nerve-wracking. It's like those things when you don't have a guaranteed and you roll and it's a 5-star and you're like, oh my gosh, maybe, and then and it's like, you know it's coming and you're clicking through what you got and your heart rate is starting to beat faster and faster because you're like, oh my gosh, what if it's not them? Because you're getting so hyped up for it only to be let down.
With temperance and discipline, my flames will be kept in check.
That's good advice. That's, keep them in check. Yeah. From what we've seen about Changli so far, you know, because she basically, I mean, when Sanhua told us that, oh, she's going to be, or oh, you need a wayfinder, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if it was Changli? And then we get there, and yes, it is Changli, and I'm all like, oh, nice, we get to see her. And she not only...
I still have much experiment data to process.
she not only comes with us on the boat, but she also basically continues to help us up until the point where she decides to watch our backs for us and take care of the Fraxidus who have been chasing us so that we can focus on Jinsi and Jue and all that stuff, which is really great. Also, she looked really super cool, and I was really happy about that because I was worried that they were going to do something like, oh, she's going to come with us, drop us off at the island and be like, okay, I helped you, goodbye, and that's like all we'd see her. But no, it's clear that she really does care about Jinsi and Jinso in general. So I'm interested in what her character story is going to be, because apparently that's coming out too. Four minutes. These are all still going to be going for a while. Yeah, Jinsi's kind of like, I guess her story quest basically got worked in with the quest for Mount Firmament. Because it really was a lot about her.
I still have much experiment data to process.
Yeah, apparently Mortefi used to have a tail in like one of the betas. His hair was a lot more wild and crazy, and he had a dragon tail, like a big thick one. And I like how they fixed his hair, definitely, because I mean he looked like he was trying to be some sort of like 80s rocker dude in one of the betas. He looks very handsome now. Personally, I still think he does have the tail. It's just kind of hidden, or he keeps it hidden because it's one of those points of like, yeah.
I still have much experiment data to process.
You know, like he can like quote unquote explain away, you know, what's happening to his arm and maybe a bit of his chest, but like he's got a big tail sticking out. Yeah, I could assume or understand if them giving him looks. It's kind of interesting too, because when I saw him, I was like, I like this guy. But I was sort of worried because in Genshin, for example, I like Baizu, and Baizu kind of has a similar style, I guess.
I still have much experiment
and
process.
people seem to hate Baizu, but they love Mortefi. So I'm like, it feels good to like a character that other people actually like and don't bash all the time. Yeah, when I'm doing the pulls, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on my asterite, just so I don't accidentally over purchase pulls.
Temperance and discipline. My flames will be kept in check.
He's cool too. Oh. All right. Minute. Yeah, the other day when they pushed up, they had Jian's banner, and then they pushed up Yinlin's banner, and so Jian's, this whole testing out the characters went from being like, oh, you still got 5 days to do it, to suddenly, oh, you have 30 minutes to do it, and I hadn't finished it, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Because the thing is, it was because what happened is his banner actually stayed up for those 5 days. But it's just that it was his banner and Yinlin's banner at the same time, but they want to replace this piece, so... Alright. Royal Blaze, new quest. Yep, here we go. Here's our story quest. All right, here we go. There it is. The little red exclamation point didn't pop up, and I was like, wait a minute. The battery is gonna happen, right? It's not like, oh, it's gonna be, 3 more hours before it gets available, right? But, all right. Yeah, there we go. So it's Bai Shi, Tao Chi, and Mortefi. So I hope I get more Mortefis, because I actually use him, and that would be nice. Ooh. All right. Like I said, we have about 30 pity. I think it is 30 pity ish, and so we might get to pity with this 40. But then again, I don't know. I'm not guaranteed or anything, because this will be my first limited 5-star. But let us do our wishes and see what happens. Turn up sound a little bit. All right. All right, here we go. It's pink, so... This is what I'm talking about with the scene where you're like, click, 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 and I'm like,
Quit the chit-chat.
Nice.
Tell me what you need and I'll make it for you, provided your descriptions are reasonable.
Yay, we got it. We got a resonance. Hey, Mortefi. Good. I'm happy with that. All right. Another 10.
I am Baija, a researcher at the Huashu Academy.
Hi, Baija.
Let me witness where this encounter will take us.
I call her Bai Shi because Bai Zhu is said this way, but with a U on the end instead of an I. But it's a little bit different. But all right, here we go with that. All right, so I think that was 50. So here we go with 60. It would be funny if this one was Tao Chi. Then it's like, okay, everybody's covered.
Quit the chit-chat. Tell me what you need and I'll make it for you, provided your descriptions are reasonable.
I've heard he's really strong if you get enough of his resonances. So, good.
I am Baija, a researcher at the Huashu Academy. Let me witness where this encounter will take us.
Nice, 2 4 stars in a go. Oh, 3 4 stars. Ooh. Pretty good. Oh, okay, here we go.
I am Baija,
Oh,
a
sheesh.
researcher at the Huashu Academy.
But
Let me witness where this encounter will take us.
you scared me.
Oh, time for another afternoon consultation, I see. What's on your mind today?
Eons of time on this vast land, all encapsulated in a humble game. I am fortunate to have you as my opponent.
She's trying to be nice to me. She came home without me losing the 50-50. Thank you, Changli. Thank you.
Quit the chit-chat. Tell me what you need and I'll make it for you, provided your descriptions are reasonable.
Wow, I think Mortifi might have like, what is that? Wow, look at that! The entire banner showed up. That is amazing. Nice, I'm happy. All right, before we go on her weapon, I want to check. Yeah, he I guess you could say he RC'd for himself. So he's now at 4, which is really nice. That should make him a lot stronger. One Tao Chi. There she is. Oh, I love her. All right, let's we're here. Level her up a little bit, and then
Oh, this feeling of power coursing through my veins, it feels different from before. Please, do spar with me for another round.
finally have my main.
The sword has no set form. It adapts along with its foes. Likewise, strategies must shift against different opponents. Oh, this feeling of power coursing through my veins, it feels different from before. Please, do spar with me for another round.
Oh, I have to like, wait a minute, what? It's like, yeah, I have to go synthesize some of these, but let's put her her doodads on. I actually had Chisha hold on to them for us. Help her. Yep. Got those. All right. We will listen to her, some of her voice lines after we roll for her weapon. Nice. I'm happy. Hi, Zoanope. We're just rolling for Changli, and I just got her. She ended up showing up. And was nice enough to not make me lose the 50-50. And now we're gonna take a look, see if we can get her weapon. Which, let's see. The one thing that's nice about the weapon is it is a guaranteed, like, there is no losing the 50-50 on the weapon. It is literal fire, isn't it? Yeah, do I have anything on here? I think I'm 53. Yeah, I think I'm about 53. I have not rolled on the weapon banner at all, so this is all the stuff I have gotten so far for it. All right, let's see if we can get this weapon. Or, I mean, we will get it. We have plenty of things now because she came home thanks to the I clicked ahead because I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be a weapon. Mortifi, he really wants to help out, which is good. I like him, but I was not expecting him to show up on the weapon banner. So now he is Resonance Chain 5. That's amazing. That's kind of pretty. A white, nice little white weapon. Right. Ouchie. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling. I mean, I was lucky enough to get her on win the 50-50, and it's nice that the weapon is guaranteed, because this means I only have to spend, let's see, that was 30, so about 50 more rolls to get to guarantee pity. So let's just keep going until we get there. Yeah, I guess with the weapons, the only thing you can kind of semi-hope for is that they show up early. Oh, there's Sanua. Hi, Sanua. Oh, there we go. I just said it too, didn't I? Here we go. Nice. Alrighty. Okay, we are now set. and she left me with 23,000, which to go to, let's see, door. That is basically 147. So she's pretty much leaving me a guaranteed whoever else I want to roll for. I think let's buy the rest of these. I set this up to get it for Mortifee. And so let's do rolls here. This, of course, is a chip away at it banner. I'm not going to use Asterites on it, but... I just started on this banner too, so... Oh, there's a pink one.
Oh, time for another afternoon consultation, I see. What's on your mind today?
It feels so weird to me when characters show up on the weapon banners. You know? Like, it makes sense that they would, considering that weapons show up, like 4-star weapons will show up on the character banners. But... it still throws me off for some reason. All right. Oh, excuse me. He's like, you want me strong? I'll be strong. The thing is, this is why I usually will not be like, oh, let me try to C6 or, you know, whatever, a 4-star character right from the get-go. because the 4-star characters are usually put on the standard banner, and then they'll show up whenever they feel like it. So in that case, it ends up turning into a situation where it's like, yeah, don't overdo it. Go. My kitty is wanting attention. What could you be? Aw. Like, I'm awake. I want attention. She also probably wants wet food. She loves wet food. And I feed them at around noon. So. Go. I don't want to waste anything. Like I said, I might not have enough supplies to fully level up Changli and her weapon just yet, because, like I said, my game decided, oh, let's hop up to the next world level, even though you're not ready. And then I had to use some of the stuff that I had for Rover and Morphe so that I could stay alive. And but this is why I wasn't using any of my energy before. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Thing is, too, is I'm not at the top level, so it won't even let me ascend everything to the top level yet. But I'm getting there. Here we go. And now next time her banner comes by, I'll probably roll for a constellation of her. I could technically do it now, but there are characters I also want, so Blazing Brilliance. There we go. Okay, so it says, basic info. So Changli is a counselor serving the Jinzhou magistrate and former secretary general in the capital. Shrouded in flames, she's fated to burn brightly until her final embers. With her fiery determination and strategic mindset, she rises to power, always thinking ahead to reach her ultimate goal, female Huanglong affiliation Jinzhou. Okay, Resonance Power Eternal Blaze, Resonance Evaluation Report, Evaluation Basis, Resonance Assessment 2326G. The precise timing of Resonator Changli's awakening remains uncertain. Reports indicate that Resonator Changli displayed early signs of fire manipulation during her childhood, often struggling to control it. However, as Changli matured into adulthood, the frequency and stability of these manifestations notably improved. Resonator Changli's tassel mark is situated on her lower chest. Post-awakening examinations have identified specific alterations in her physical attributes. These include a gradual fading of hair color at tips and feather-like burning marks on her left arm, emitting a fiery glow influenced by her forte. The resonance spectrum pattern of Changli mirrors the characteristics of fire, displaying a robust syntony reaction in testing. Despite the exact trigger for her awakening remains uncertain, no other sample with a resonance spectrum pattern similarly exceeds 60% has been identified. Resonator Changli's forte aligns closely with the mythical spirit bird from Huanglong folklore, possibly influenced by her early immersion in tales related to this legendary creature. Resonator Changli possesses the unique ability to compress flames into delicate feather-shaped projectiles. Her forte, once unleashed, has the power to create scorching fires of exceptional heat, capable of devastating a large area. A telltale sign that her forte is active is the emergence of a lone fiery feather with an eye-like pattern on her forehead, which she describes as the mind's eye. Analysis of test samples has revealed a non-convergent Repel's curve with stable rise. Occasional fluctuations within normal range have been detected. Therefore, Changli is identified as a natural resonator. Overclock diagnosis report. Resonator Changli's waveform graph shows ecliptical fluctuations. The pattern of time domain is stable with no abnormal waveform. Resonate critically high. Resonator Changli's frequency displays high stability, and the risk of overclocking is minimal. Resonator Changli has a documented history of overclocking. Maximum record overclocking rating negligible. So she has, but it didn't really do that much damage. According to Changli's report, she experienced overclocking during her childhood due to prolonged exposure to a hazardous environment. This caused her forte to go into an explosive state multiple times for self-preservation or the protections of others, resulting in a permanent burn mark on her left arm. However, as she grew up and gained more control over her forte, the frequency fluctuation stabilized and the burn mark did not worsen. There may be irreversible physical damage from the forte burst, which could potentially shorten Resonator Changli's lifespan. Oh gosh. Is this why she walked in to help Jinxi and Jinxi was like, aren't you worried about yourself? And Changli's like, it doesn't matter. Oh gosh, please don't die at the end of your story quest. I'd like you to stay alive. Regular physical checkups are recommended, while psychological counseling is not currently necessary. So she's Physically, she got to go to the doctor. Mentally, she's doing okay. The cherished items. Permanent waging manual. A battered waging manual documenting the legendary games left by a peculiar visitor at Mount Firmament. Pages have yellowed over the long years and dog-eared from countless readings. This manuscript once accompanied its owner through many perilous and lonely paths. Now it has been restored and rebound, with new pages added, ready to record new games. Now that the worthy opponent she has been seeking stands before her, another historic game to be remembered and studied for centuries shall take place. As long as the players remain, the pages will continue to be filled. Yeah, that's the thing too, is that since she has that whole Phoenix thing going on, I'm kind of wondering of like, does she like rebirth into a new person and then remember? You know, is this her book? Like the one she's had for a long time and she was like playing with the Resonator from long ago.
Ah, look who we have here. A rare visitor. Luckily, I've finished my work for today. Would you like to join me in a game of Weiqi? If you're not in a rush to leave.
Yeah, I know when she came out, everybody saw what she was playing. They're like, oh, that's Go from like Haruka no Go from like the Japanese thing. But they're like, wait, she's supposed to be Chinese. What's it called in Chinese? And everyone was like, I'm not sure. And so here you go. That's what it is. It's Weiqi. That's what it is.
The dynamics of a Weiqi game mirror the complexities of our world, always in a state of constant flux and transformation. Fascinating, isn't it? My body temperature is higher than usual because of my flame-controlling forte. It doesn't hinder daily tasks, but it does have its quirky consequences. Jinshi's iced pastries and Sanhua's delicate snowbirds always melt faster than I'd prefer in my hands.
Aww. She's got to eat that ice pastry with a fork and a knife. Can't touch it. This reminds me of in Genshin, where for the first Golden Apple Archipelago they had, Kaya was trying to ice bridge his way across, and Diluc accidentally kept melting it because he'd step on the ice, and apparently he has a warmer temperature, so it was accidentally melting underfoot.
Each delicacy is unique in its own right. It's difficult to choose just one. But if I must, there was a meal I received as a hungry child. A kind gesture that left an indelible memory. That taste remains with me to this day.
Aw. Yeah, she's definitely having that whole grew up, as a child with, excuse me. Grew up or was born in like a poor or bad situation, managed to survive, rose through the ranks, and now she's like one of the, most respected people in the area. Considering, as it said, she was the Secretary General originally, and then she kind of like quit her job so she could come back and help Jinsei. So, but the fact that she could have that position is like, wow, she's pretty impressive.
What food do I dislike? It's not something that crosses my mind often. Having traveled through barren lands where people suffer from starvation, I have learned to appreciate every bit of nourishment. Plus, there are endless culinary delights beyond the borders of Jinzhou. Even if I spent years exploring, I doubt I could taste them all.
This is I've been starving before with these people. I don't care. I will eat anything.
I have always dreamed of a world filled with peace and prosperity. Though I may not live to see it myself, I will do everything in my power to support those who continue to work towards that future. And when that day finally arrives, if you ever find yourself back in Jinzhou, please, take a moment to leave a cup of tea for me at my resting place.
Don't die on me! I will be really upset if you die.
The feather I gave you before? Well, it was forged from the fires of my heart. There are only 2 of them. As long as you hold on to that feather, my fire will never harm you. In fact, I can use it to track your whereabouts if you wish. However, if it ever falls into our enemies' hands...
Uh-oh. She's gonna kick their butts. I'm assuming the other one is she gave to Jinsei. Because I can imagine her not wanting to hurt Jinsei.
Why did I quit my job in the capital and request a transfer to Jinzhou? It's quite simple, really. After the battle beneath the Crescent, there was no magistrate in Jinzhou, and the central government couldn't just sit by and let chaos reign. Also, my master had a strong connection to Mount Firmament. He told me it would be the very place where I would find the one I needed to look for. I didn't quite understand his intentions then, but now... well, as they say, fate works in mysterious ways.
Ah, okay. So here's the timeline. Yeah, so they had that. Or Jinsei was the Secretary General. Then they had the battle beneath the Crescent, when Jinsei was a little tiny baby, and then Changli came and basically supported Jinsei as she was kind of like picked and raised and so on. So it makes me wonder how old Changli is. she must be pretty old. Because even if we assume that she was like, let's say 20 or 25 when she was the Secretary General, Jinsei, if she's 20, the Changli must be something like 50, 45, 50. Although this also could have been the point where, to shorten it a little bit, it could have been she was the Secretary General, and then they had the battle beneath the Crescent, and then years passed, Jinsei started growing up, and then Changli came in when Jinsei was like 10, 14, 15 maybe, and started teaching her and training her. But we'll have to. She talks about Jinsei, Jiang, Sanhua, Jiangxing, and Chisha. These make sense. Makes sense. I don't know about why she would be talking about a monk lady, or the monk lady, but and then there's
Happy birthday, my dear. When I was younger, I traveled to many places and saw diverse customs for celebrating birthdays, each one unique and fascinating. Here are some gift boxes for you, a small token of my affection. May you find peace and happiness in the years ahead, like the constant moon and rising sun. Oh, these may be too much? Consider them extra gifts for your future birthdays. And if I'm still around to see them, I'll find you something different.
oh gee. Genuinely, please stop talking like you're gonna die in the next 5 minutes. It makes me worried about her story quest. Like it's not gonna end with her dying, is it? Because that would be really horrible.
This very moment is the best of our lives. I am Changli, counselor to the Jinzhou Magistrate. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Rover. We meet at last. Should you ever need any assistance in Jinzhou, please let me know. Eons of time on this vast land, all encapsulated in a humble game. I am fortunate to have you as my opponent.
She paused for so long, I was like, uh-oh. Did it not record?
Time to start a new game. Plan with convention, then conquer by ingenuity. Who will be sitting on the other side of the board this time? The sword has no set form. It adapts along with its foes. Likewise, strategies must shift against different opponents. Oh, this feeling of power coursing through my veins, it feels different from before. Please, do spar with me for another round. After my master's passing, I spent years studying martial arts and other subjects through various unconventional methods. This resulted in some rather comical situations where angry bookshop owners chased me around. But now, I have the luxury of having you teach me everything without any expectations in return. It's something my younger self could only dream of.
Angry bookshop owners. What was this? She went into the bookshops and just picked up a book and just tried to read it cover to cover without buying it. Also, that's sad that her master's already passed away. I would have liked to meet him, but then again, he'd probably just be an NPC. Oh. I was gonna say, I was like, why is there a bird on her head? She's like, bird. Doesn't mean like, yeah, I'm gonna perch on this lady, and it's like, no, it's a delivery pigeon.
Shh. The moment at hand, this very moment, is the best of our lives.
Oh, butterfly. That's cute. All right. Adjust the team then.
Plan with convention, then conquer by ingenuity.
Let me be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Right now, the Rover is my strongest character, so I don't want... I mean... Originally, what I was going to do was I was going to have Changli, the Rover, and Verena, but I really started liking Mortefi, and I'm like, I don't... Or I should say, yeah, and... let me back up. I was going to have Rover, originally, I was having Rover, Mortefi, and Verena, and I was going to replace Mortefi with Changli. But then I kind of really started liking Mortefi, so I'm like, I don't want him off the team, so now we're just doing this. Here we go. Ah, she's so pretty. Yeah, when I first saw her, I didn't realize she had a ponytail. I was like, oh, because you kept seeing her from this angle. But I did know that she had long hair. So she's got these little peacock phoenix feathers. I was thinking about doing her character story, but now I'm scared. Now I'm scared that she's gonna die in the end of it or something. So first, oh, Rome. First, we're gonna go over and we're gonna synthesize some stuff to help her finish leveling up, or at least to part of it. And I know to be honest, I know there's a synthesization area in on Mount Firmament, but we might accidentally trigger the story quest if we go over there. So, I'm glad though. My gosh, excuse me. I stretched and the gas decided it was gonna come out. Sorry. I guess also too, just I think maybe I'll end the stream pretty soon because I have to go get lunch and stuff. But quick hot cocoa corner, just for the schedule. We're having today, of course, and then tomorrow it is a rest day. Wednesday will be some Genshin, and that's at 8 a.m. Thursday will be a bit more Genshin, and that'll be at 8 p.m. And then I think on Friday I might play some Tower Fantasy on stream, see if it works. I recently kind of am leaning back into it a little bit, but yeah, we could stream it a little bit and so, and we'll be doing that on Friday at 8 p.m. Okay, so you can find this schedule on my Discord server and on my Twitter page, which is on my main page here for Twitch and YouTube. But don't tell me you got stuck. But anyway. But I think that's the most important stuff. Other things that are happening that I know of is Honkai Star Rail had its live stream, and yeah, it had its live stream. So next, not this week, but next week, they will be going into 2.4, and they're gonna have Yun Li, who I'm not planning on rolling for. But they're also going to have Jiao Cho, who I am going to roll for. And so that'll be next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So we'll be doing some of that. They're also doing the whole thing with the war dance and so on and so forth. So, yeah. So we're going to have some fun with that. Genshin, of course, is doing its summer event right now, which is fun. And Wuthering Waves, of course, is doing the Changli banner as well as her story quests and things. I actually did get stuck. I guess it's a good point to end the stream, right? He got stuck. It was going so well too, but at least we have that all set up. Oops. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Zono, for coming and watching with me. Like I said, if you guys want to stay up to date with when I stream and and so on and so forth, please follow my Twitter and or my Discord and so on, and we will go from there. Okay. Like I said, tomorrow I won't be streaming. I'm just going to be taking a little bit of a break because I streamed for a while on Sunday for Genshin, and then. But I will be streaming more Genshin on Wednesday at 8 a.m. I think I have it set for. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye.